but let's see how it goes, and maybe we'll have time after dinner. I hate hearing those words come out of my mouth. It's really hard to balance everything and have time to connect with my kids. How much damage is this doing to our relationship, and how can I handle it better? Thank you for your question. I can speak for myself and probably every parent I know. I think everyone can relate to this problem. I think we all struggle with finding this balance of things that have to get done while spending quality, connective time with our kids. And those of you who heard me talk before, I preach this from the mountaintops: connection, connection, connection. Connection is so important because everyone benefits from a positive, healthy connection from parent to child and vice versa. And now, notice I'm not using the word love. You can love someone and not feel connected to them. It's really important that your kids feel connected to you, that they feel that you enjoy being with them, that they feel seen and heard by you. Because if they have that, it helps develop a healthier and stronger self-esteem on their part. Also helps develop more cooperation and patience on their part with you. So when you do say, hey, let's feed the dogs together, let's make dinner together, let's do this together, or hey, no, you can't go out tonight, or hey, you need to put down the iPad or whatever it is, they're more patient and cooperative. Connection is the key to all that. If you doesn't, I talk all the time about how, it doesn't matter if the parent is lenient or strict. That is less important than how connected your child feels with the parent. So always remember that the relationship between you and your child is paramount. It is so important. And it may be that you need to reprioritize what needs to get done. Now, especially if you're a single parent, it's tough. There's a lot on your plate. Even if you're not a single parent, it's tough. Sometimes you can have extended family come over and help out and hang out with the kids or help with the laundry or dishes. Most likely you don't have that, but sometimes we can do that. Obviously, we had all the money in the world. We just hire staff, but most of us can't hire staff. So how do we handle this? I think it's reprioritizing what's important. Is getting the laundry done more important than connecting with your kid? It is important. I get that. You also may need to think about, with dinner, how much prep time is realistic? And do you need to adjust that? Do you need to adjust to maybe a little more money, having a meal prep plan where they deliver food to you, 2 or 3 times a week, and that cuts out an hour of cooking dinner, a half hour of cleaning up, that's an hour and a half. Are you buying quality time with your kids? Again, depending on your budget, that may not be an issue or may not be an option, but it's something to consider. The dishes, how much do the dishes need to be done now? How much does the laundry need to be done now? Can you incorporate the kids into cleaning the dishes, cooking, feeding the dogs, doing laundry? Again, the more connection, more quality time you have with your child, the more likely they are to cooperate with that process. It will never be perfect. No kid will ever do chores perfectly. It's just not going to happen. We just need to focus on good enough. Again, what are we willing to sacrifice to have more time to connect? Because that connection, again, I can't hammer this home enough. Everyone benefits. Everyone is fulfilled by this. Your kids become stronger and healthier. Your relationship with your kids is stronger and healthier. It's just as important as eating and education and all these things. Your connection, your relation with your child needs to be prioritized. And it's so easy to put it on the back burner and hope that we'll get back to it later. And it just never happens. And by the time they're 16 years old, they're so disconnected from you, you feel like you have no control and no influence on your child. And as a 16-year-old, you really have no control. You can have influence, but you don't have control. Anyways, relook at your priorities, work with your kids to figure out what you guys can do to work together to find more quality time after work. So you guys can have that time and get to bed at a somewhat reasonable hour, get enough sleep so you don't feel exhausted and can reconnect the next day. That's my answer for today. Thank you for sending your question in. If you have a question you'd like me to answer here on Tips on Teens, email us at tipsonteens@teentherapycenter.com. Again, my name is Kent Toussaint with Teen Therapy Center and the nonprofit organization Child and Teen Counseling. I'll see you next Wednesday at noon. Bye-bye, guys.